Okay, we'll start today's class now. As already you have taken 18 classes, it is a 19th class. Let me show you the syllabus so that how much you have completed, how many classes we have taken, you can see it once. Actually, unit 1, unit 2 together is a 8 plus 8, 16 hours. And we are in the middle of this chapter. Today we are going to discuss about syntactic sugar. And it is a 19th class. You people can see how slowly we are covering the portion. But still many students are saying you are going faster. And please cooperate. Then only we can finish a syllabus. Otherwise it will be very difficult to finish the syllabus. According to the number of hours we have completed, we could have completed a 50% portion of the Python, 39 or 40 hours if we take the Python total syllabus. Already 20 hours almost we are near, 50% we would have completed, but we have not yet completed the second unit. So a little bit fast you have to go, then only it is possible to cover, and you have to cooperate, you have to work parallelly, then only you can understand the subject also. 20 classes have gone very slowly, so please cooperate, try to understand fast. Now we'll go to today's discussion, syntactic sugar. Just read it, it is very simple. In computer science, syntactic sugar is a syntax within a programming language. Everybody knows this. This word you are hearing first time, but the meaning and you are using in day-to-day programming. It makes the language sweeter, hence it is called as syntactic sugar. For human use, things can be expressed more clearly, more concisely, or in an alternative style that some may prefer to write like that. I'll show you the example. By reading the theory, you may not understand the meaning of the syntactic sugar. But when I show you some example in the next coming 2 slides, you will say, yeah sir, we know this. Already we are using in many programmings, including C, including Python. Even in the Python you have already written such instructions. So I'll show you the next slide. Hope all of you know these things. For example, syntactic sugar consists of a construct that could be removed from the language without affecting the language functionality. For example, I can write a equal to a plus 1. But the same thing I can write a plus equal to 1. This is one example for a syntactic sugar. So it will take less time and it is easy to write. And negative indexing is possible in the Python. So these are the 2 examples. Try to remember for a syntactic sugar. Similarly, one more slide I am going to show you. There also are some other examples we will discuss. So without affecting the syntax, and we can use this a plus equal to 1 or similarly a minus a star, whatever is there. One sample example is shown for your reference. This is one example for a syntactic sugar. Instead of writing a equal to a plus 1, I can write a plus equal to 1. And negative indexing of a sequences, which you have used already many times. Instead of writing a b of 3, b of 8, if it is the last 8th is a number, you can write b of minus 1, which is equivalent to whatever the more convenient way you are writing. The length of b, last minus 1 you can write. Usually 8 means 7 we write usually. So instead of that, you can simply write a minus 1. By default it will go to that particular point. Let me show you the another. We write down x equal to 1, y equal to 1, z equal to 1. Instead of that, we can write simply x equal to, y equal to, z equal to 1 or minus 1 or 20, whatever it is. So this is another example for a syntactic sugar. Comparisons may also be chained together a natural way. If a equal to b equal to 3, instead of writing a equal to b and b equal to 3, we can cascade like this. We can write in the chained. We can chain together these conditions. This is another example for your syntactic sugar. All of you know, only the word which is coined may be new to you people, but in your programming you might have used already x equal to y equal to z equal to 1 or minus 1, whatever the number you want to assign. It will assign to the x also, it will assign to the y also, it will assign to the z also. Now let us go to another few slides where a syntactic sugar examples are there. These are the programs what I had discussed just now. I am executed now. X equal to y equal to z equal to -1. I am assigning, and I am printing ABC. I am assigning x plus 1. Hello 4.5. These things just I am printing. X equal to y equal to z equal to I am printing, and address of x, y, z also I am printing, as I am assigning the same number to the x, y, z. So we have discussed this in the previous class. The address is remaining same because the values are same. X, y, z I am assigning, so hence these values are same, therefore address is also same. And similarly for A, B, C I am assigning different. X plus 1 I am assigning for A, B equal to hello, C equal to -4.5. Hence when I print the addresses of A, B, C, those are not same because the content is also different. One is a x plus 1, one is a hello, and there is a -4.5. Take another 30 seconds, just see it, understand it. Let us go to the next slide. Same what I have told condition I am showing you again. Execution, that's all, nothing else. A equal to 4, B equal to 3 I am assigning. If A equal to B equal to 3, then this will be printed. If both are not equal to 3, then this will be printed. As I have assigned 3 and 4, hence the A and B both not equal to 3 will be printed. And second, x equal to 2 I am assigning. X is greater than -1, less than 1. If it is true, then this will be printed, otherwise this will be printed. Because it is 2, hence the second will be printed. X is not in between -1 and 1. Take a 25 seconds, see it, understand it. Theory I have explained. The same way a program also I am showing you, and these programs you can execute and try to understand, make changes in the program. Again you execute so that you can understand complete how the conditions work, how the assignments work. Let me go to the next slide. A conditional expression. See, I will go to the directly to the, instead of telling a theory, I will take example only, and it is not there in the book, just for your reference I am showing you. Raining equal to false I am assigning. Print, let's go to the beach, if not raining, else library. See, I am using a condition even in the print statement also. First I am making a false, next I am making a true, the same thing I am rewriting. For example, second, age equal to 12, s equal to minor if age is less than 21, else it will print a adult. In this case, for example, age equal to 12 I have taken, which is less than 21, hence it will print a minor. If you take age equal to say 30, and if you execute this, then it will print adult. Take 20 seconds, understand this. It's not in the book, just for your reference, for understanding, I am sharing this with you, how we can write a if even in the part of the print statement. Even you can write also if say raining, then you can write the instruction else you can write. That is also possible. It doesn't mean that will not execute. That also execute, but you should know alternative is possible, whether you use it or not. First understand this, such thing is possible. You can execute and you can practice also, and try to type these codes. All the codes so far I have shared with you people. Till last class I have shared most of the programming. Even I have given the time for you to execute in my regular class, which cannot be done for each and every classes now onwards because we are lagging in the portion. If we come to the some little portion, if you cover where you can say we are in the safer side, then again I will give the time, again I will share the code, I will ask you to execute. So let us go to the next. The same what I have discussed. We can write if A is greater than B, M equal to A, else M equal to B. This you can write M equal to A if A is greater than B, else B. This is equivalent to this. Whichever, this also you can execute, you will get the same answer. If you execute this also, you will get the same answer. A sample program is written. X equal to Y equal to 40, Z equal to 1 plus X if x is greater than y, but now x and y are same, it's not greater than, else y plus 2. So I am printing z, it is 40, y plus 2, therefore it will become 42. That's all. Take 25 seconds and understand it. You can take a snapshot, even if somebody is recording, it is well and good, so that you can get all this material. And if somebody is taking a snapshot also, it is good. And one student, not I think your B division, I think he is from A division. 2-3 days back he has sent one email to me, and there, starting from first day, whatever the classes are taken, each slide he has taken a print screen and he has copied in the MS Word. He has prepared one MS Word file which contains all the slides I used starting from first day to till today, and he has sent to me, and he asked the permission to share with the students. I told, okay, go ahead, this much of effort you have put, why should I say no? Please share it, and even I too will share the same thing with all the students. Let us go to the next. A list comprehension. A list comprehension in the Python is a construct for creating a list based on another iterable object in a single line of code. This is one line which is very important, and I want you people to read this second line in a single line of code. For example, x list equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What I can do, x square list equal to x square. For x in x list, if I print a x square list or x2 list, whatever it is, I'll get a square of this. Within a single line of code, I am squaring each and every element of the x list. Observe this, take a 10 to 20 seconds, understand it. What I am doing, x list equal to, I am assigning some numbers, and I want to take another list where the square of this is there. Each and every element is there. Just I am writing x square list equal to x square for x in the x list. So automatically within one line of code, I'll get a square of this, and I can assign it to the x2 list. You can observe, so 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, 6 square. Even cube you can write. Whatever you want within a single instruction, it is possible. This is about a list comprehension. And similarly, now I can put a condition also. So list comprehension can also contain a conditional statement. It is the same x square only if x percent is 2. So whenever it is a 2, 4, 6 is there, it will become 0. So remaining time it is 1, hence it will execute. Therefore odd numbers are getting a square. 3 is to 3, 5 is to 5, 1 is to 1. Okay, you will get a square of 1, 3 and 5 only. So like this, you can put a condition statement also, which is possible. So these things are executed. I'll show you the executed code as well as result in the next slides. And you people also try to execute all these codes. Tomorrow is a Sunday, today is a Saturday. Keep it a Saturday, Sunday, a few hours for the Python so that you can execute. And executed programs, everything you can share with me along with the result, along with the code. And not to forget, put your USN number name in the first page so that I can tell others that this is done by a particular student. Whatever I explained just now, the same thing is I have executed, I am showing you. X list I have assigned, x square list, x square for x in x list, all will be squared. 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36. Whatever I explained, the same thing I have given here. X percent is 2. What I told, the same thing. And another one extra is there. X5 list equal to x square, x cube for x in the range 1 to 10. That time it will include everything. Hence you are getting a cube of all these elements, or you can say numbers. Take a 30 seconds, observe. It is a same program or a instructions what you had discussed in the previous slides. Only the last one or two I have just changed. In case of x4, x square if x percent is 2, else x cube for x in the x list. So you will get a square or cube. Like this, you can include the condition also. So try to execute these programs. You have to spend a time, then only it is possible. And after another few slides, we'll pause for a few seconds. We'll discuss about the test also if you are interested. And it's again how we can make a row to column, column to row. M equal to assigned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Empty. Okay, nothing is there. Zeros are assigned. In the for loop, I am writing in the range 3, 3 because only 3 are there. 0, 1, 2. I can take, you will get 3 columns, 3 rows. Hence, IC, IR, here IR, IC I am writing. So that rows will become column, column will become rows. That's all. And I am printing it. Another method is what? I can take a range of only one loop and I am appending just a row of I for the row of in M I am doing it. You can execute. This is both way how you can change. You can say a transpose or whatever it is, row to column, column to rows. We can do it using a looping. And about the test, we'll discuss. If possible, I'll put all the information in the classroom also. And now, let me. Okay, before we go to the Lambda function, I think about the test, if you have any doubts, you can ask. Total 3 questions will be there, and you are supposed to answer the any one or two. Third is a compulsory, and you will get. Let me. Okay, it should work. I don't know whether it is going to work or not. 1 minute. Just give me a few seconds. It's not working. Okay, shift control. No, it's not working. Anyway, in regular this it will work because I have taken a part of a screen. It's not working. Now, any doubts? Theory will be there, programming will be there, and question paper pattern will remain same. And the portion I had told before today's class, whatever we have completed up to that portion is there. And if somebody is having any doubts, he can ask. And 5 minutes early, you will get a question paper either in the WhatsApp group or classroom. We will post it, and email we get. All 3 we send it so that anyone will reach you fast. Whenever you have, you can write, but not to forget writing all the details in the first page. USN number, subject code, invigilator, your course instructor name, all the information which you are going to post in the classroom and which is common for all the subjects. And also one important is you are supposed to write your USN number, page number, and you have to put your signature on each and every page. And when you are taking a photo or when you are scanning it, ensure that the USN number, page number, your signature will come in the scanned page or whatever you are. Later you have to make a PDF which you have done already for your assignments. So still if you have any doubts, I'll wait for a minute or two. You can ask.
Excuse me, sir.
Huh.
Sir, we'll copy our answer scripts. No, sir. We should keep in original color or black and white mode, sir.
No, original color only you put it. That is the reason we have told you not to make black and white. Leave it. You can use a blue ink pen only. Not to make black and white. Whichever color you are using, intentionally black we have removed in the instruction. It was either blue or black was there. Black intentionally I have removed. Let it be blue only. No one should go for black. Blue is a compulsory. Either you can use a ink or a ball paint. It's left to you people, but it should be a blue. When you are scanning also it should be a blue only. Colored only you can scan. No problem. How many pages you write? This is not a main exam. Hardly per question if you write one page, 3 questions, maximum 6, 5 you can write, including the front page. It will never exceed more than 7 also. And Google form will be given to you. In the Google form you are supposed to fill all the information. For example, your name, US number, cell number, email ID, followed by a file, PDF file only, compulsory PDF file you have to upload in the that Google form. Thank you, Lakshmi, for asking that question. Any other doubts if I can ask? If I know the answer, I will tell you. And both programming will be there and only those who do both programming and theory will score a marks, that I can assure you. If somebody is only writing a theory, they cannot score. If somebody is writing only the program, they cannot score. They should know both, then only they can get a good marks in the I1. Still, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. I will try to answer your questions. Hope I have clarified all the doubts. Still, if you have, you can ask. And the file name should be, it will be posted in the most of the classrooms. It is a universal. The same way you have to give the file name. Otherwise, personally, I am telling you, I will reduce your marks. No doubt. If you do not follow the instructions given, definitely I will reduce your marks. So avoid it. Otherwise, it will be difficult for us to know whose paper it is, and is it IA1, is it IA2, which will be difficult to maintain that your answer PDF files. So please follow the instruction, which will be good for you, even good for us also. And timing, after the end of the 1 hour or completion of your answer sheet, take only the few minutes. A maximum they are telling 10. Even 5 minutes is enough. Even you can take 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, most of the teachers, they are going to stop collecting the answer sheet. Even though if you want to try, you will not get it. Now, Kruti, information I will post in the classroom. Not only me, all teachers are going to post. It is the same for all the subject, for all the IAs. Because even I am not exactly remembering, that's why I am not telling how should be the file name. I will post it in the classroom. How should be the file name? Everything will post. Still, if you have a doubt, your representative can talk to me or talk to HOD, anybody. Still, if something is missing, all these are included in that. How to give the file name, and it should be a PDF. ESN, if I am remembering correct, IA1 followed by, I think, is it a subject name, I think, if I am right. Anyway, that information, perfect written information will come to your classroom. Okay, anybody is having still doubts? Okay, let me continue the class. If you don't have any doubts, I will wait for another few seconds. Like assignment only are submitting, and we do the evaluation, and marks will be shown to you people, maybe in the classroom or in the blog. And if the classes starts, then no problem, we can have a face-to-face interaction, discussion. Otherwise, if a situation continues like this, I think we may have to continue the classes like this only for till the situation becomes normal. Let me go to the Lambda functions now. Okay. Now, Lambda functions, all of you know the functions. You have already written the program in the C language also. While normal functions are defined using a def. Please remember, def I use for the definition of a function. And then for these Lambda functions, I use a word lambda, Lambda. This is the difference between the general function and the Lambda function. What about not only the headings, how it differs on the inside? That only we are going to see a few slides, few examples. And this Lambda function is very easy to understand. Lambda functions can have any number of arguments, but only one expression you can write. This is one condition for the Lambda function. I want you people to note down these three, or at least read it twice or thrice. You have a 40 seconds difference between the general function and the Lambda function. The Lambda function can have any number of arguments. You can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like that. But only one expression should be there inside the function. And instead of writing def, you are supposed to write lambda, lambda you have to write. By seeing the example, it will be clear how to use Lambda function, when to use a Lambda function, when to use a normal function. All those doubts will be clarified when we see a simple example. So this is simplest example. What I'm doing, a lambda function in a Python is a type of a simple anonymous function. F1 equal to lambda x square minus 3x plus 2, print f1 of 4. I am writing 4 means 4.0. F2 equal to lambda x comma y colon x square plus 2xy plus y square. I am doing simply I am printing a f2 2.0 comma 3.0. The answer I am getting. Just see this. Even if you do not understand, I will show you the executed program with a few more arguments. Few more times I am calling the same function. It will be clear in the next slide. But take a 30 seconds and try to understand. Directly I am using it. Directly I am not defining, later I am not using. Directly I am using in a one statement a lambda function. I am assigning a value to the f1. I am printing it. I am getting a 6. And similarly I am writing f2. So let me take a executed program. It will be very easy. Yeah, it will be very easy to understand. So x equal to 2. I think here x equal to 2 I didn't type here. Maybe. So anyway, this is executed program. X equal to 2 I am taking. Try to understand. I am using a def constant x written 1 and def line of x written x, df square of x written x square. I am writing it. Just see the program, how I will get the result, how I call this. You may be knowing all these things already. One sample program, how we write a program, how we write a functions. Now take another few seconds, just how we write the functions. We can practice these if a time permits, or one class you can put for extra class only just to execute all the programs. If your representative says that's particular day, particular time, I'll share the code in the chat box. You can simply execute online. 1 hour you can dedicate for only execution of all the programs. Then we can go to the next. Okay, what I'm doing here, I'm taking a lambda now. X equal to 1, lambda x equal to x, and lambda x equal to x square, x equal to x cube, x square. This is a f list I am taking as a function name. Now simply I am printing for statement. What I am doing, I am calling the first f list of 0, I am calling f list of 1, f list of 2, f list of 3. When I change this, first it will call this when I say 0. When I say 1, it will use this. When I say 2, it will use this. When I say 3, it will use this. So because of this, I will get the different values. Even though only one function, but expression will differ. If I use f list of 0, x will be printed as it is. And if I change, it will also execute a second. And if I write f list of 2, it will execute a x square. You can see here, first one, whatever you assign, x equal to 4, let us assume I have assigned, and now it will print 1 only. When I am taking x equal to x only, it is printing. Third, x square it is printing. Next, x cube it is printing. So based on which function you are calling, the answer will also differ, but the name of the function is f list only. Just try to understand. Name of the function is same, but I am having more than one equation, and based on which I am calling. Even though my what I am passing is 4 only, it will change. Answer will definitely change. I am passing x equal to once. Four, second 4, third 4, but calling function is changing. Therefore, the answer also changing. This is a way how I can use a lambda function, but the condition is that only one expression should be there. I cannot write like a def and some logic I cannot write. This is about a lambda function. Now, there are built-in function you can use. The sorted, built-in and sort list method can order the list. I am directly writing a print statement. How I can use this is a print. I am splitting and I am printing. So when I say nobody expects the Spanish something is there, when I split, each word will be printed. Wherever the space is there, that will be separated by space, that will be taken as a word and it will be printed. Now, if I use sorted, initially without sort I have printed, nobody, whatever is there, as it is printing. When I say sorted, nobody is not coming first. I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S will come, capital. Then A, B, C, D, lowercase will come. So this is when I sort it. And third time, I am using all lower cases. I am sorting. So that time A, B, C, D up to Z as it is. It will sort and it will print. Take 1 minute and try to understand how we can sort. As splitting and sorting, if it is already such words are there, how to sort? Simply use a sort it. Take these 3 lines, at least you will understand how to use it, so that you can execute and you can understand. Anybody has written the code for color code? If I give the colors, it will give the resistance value. This was told to you, I think, 2 days back. If somebody has written, you can tell yes in the chat box. And please spend more time on this programming. Anyway, you will be in the home only because of this pandemic. The same thing is continue. One extra, this is from the other than book I am using. We can make a sorting case insensitive. Just now I told because of lowercase, uppercase. Sir, I don't want, it should be case insensitive. That time, by passing each word to the str.lower method. So this is one simplest example is shown here. The print, nobody expect the same sentence I have taken. Now what I am doing, I am writing str.lower, split dot comma key str lower. So that time you observe the output. That time here I have a T, here I have a capital, here I have a lowercase. It will not be sensitive for the case, whether uppercase or lowercase, it will not consider, simply it will print it. That's the one point which you have to remember. If you don't want case sensitive, we can write down key equal to str.lower. We can execute these codes. Please note down at least 1 or 2 lines from this, so that you can execute and check whether this key equal to str.lower works or not. Anyway, I am showing you the executed result only. This is a program which I have typed in the simulator. Colors you can see, it has changed. But you should execute and you should understand. Time is less, otherwise I would have asked you people to execute in my class only. Because we are lagging a lot of portion, we cannot do that. Beginning, just to introduce you to the simulator, to keep a habit of executing the programs, I made it compulsory in the class. This is about end of the subtopic. We have, anyway, I think I have continued here. Yes. And now we'll talk about models and packages. So far I have discussed the syntactic sugar, and now we'll discuss about models and packages. Actually, in between some statements were there, but those are out of syllabus again. Actually, I had slides for those things, like a with statement and etc. But those are not mentioned in the syllabus. I thought of skipping those because it is not in the syllabus. But one should know, but time is less. So let us go to the directly the whatever is there in the syllabus, models and packages. Python models are .py files that consist of a Python code. Already we are using a lot of models and packages in our programming. Any Python file can be referred as a model. One simplest example we will see. A package is a collection of Python models, while a model is a single Python. I want you people to read this twice or thrice and try to understand. take a few seconds and read it. Modules and packages means what? And even you can try a small program to understand this concept. I will show you the program. I will explain in brief in the today's class, but you have to execute, then only you can understand completely, otherwise it is difficult. Let us go to the next. Okay, this is simplest which you have already used. Import math, from math import pi, math.py. If I type, I will get a value. Without importing, I cannot write this. If I write also, it will show the error. This is one simplest example which you have already used in your programming. Similarly, exponential, math.e. Once if I import it, you can use this. Without import math, without writing this, if I directly use math.e, it will show the error. This is a way how we can use a model. To tell you, it takes a time to convince in depth. See, I have a lot of programmings. So whenever I write a program and I execute, so next day that program will not be there in the Python. Sir, I have a lot of programs. Then you can make it as a model and you can keep it ready. Simply import it. Simply continue the code, whatever the code you want to write. So that once if you import that complete whatever you have typed, so as if it is ready always, just use it in your next programming concepts. So this is one simplest which you have used already to understand. Let us take existing some of the models and packages. In that, few of things you might have used. For example, URLlib we are going to discuss in this chapter. If the time permits, we will discuss today URLlib. We cannot discuss all. OS, this itself will take several hours to discuss. And random, this is another which we are going to discuss today. Like that, you have to study remaining. Only I think random is there for us, URLlib is there for us, our syllabus. But you should know different models and packages available in the Python. When teacher executes 2, remaining 10 you should be able to do it. That is the way how you can learn in depth Python. So URLlib and if I remember random, these two are there. And similarly many are there. So you can try to use this. Let me show you another few more are there, models and packages. I take a little time, just glance. I think NumPy we are using it many times. And in the next some other chapters we may use SciPy. MATLAB, lib also you have used. Few you might have used, pandas you have not used. Few you might have used, few you may use later, few you may practice. And it is difficult to do programming using all these things in a regular class. Few we use, we show the programs, we show the output, how to use it. Then you people can try the remaining. Anybody has written a program to read a color and give the, at least you could have written a program for reverse. If somebody gives the say values, or you can give the color, or if you give the color you should, any one program anybody has tried, because most of them they asked me to show that slide again and again in the previous class. I thought at least 2-3 students might have written the program, because they copied everything, color code. I don't know, they wanted to copy color code or they wanted to write a program. But anyway, let me go to the next if nobody has written the program. Python models and packages. Polynomial is a package of the NumPy package containing several models, including legendary, which may be imported as a import numpy.polynomial.legendary. This is a way how we can import. We already written an import for some of the programs. Hope all of you know how to write import. Existing we have done it. NumPy, so many for plots also we have included some of the models and packages. But if I write my own, how to do it, that we'll see in this class. So instead of using it existing in the Python, sir, if I want to make my own, it's possible, we can do it. A sample, one simplest example will be shown to you. Similarly, if you are doing project, if you are doing mini project, hobby project, major project using a Python, you can keep it ready, simply import it and start writing, because code length will become very small, because already everything is there available in the module and packages. That's the one simplest. Use your favorite text editor to create a file called fibo.py with the following content. What it will do, programming is very simple. I am defining fib of n, write a Fibonacci series up to n. This is a simple code. A comma b equal to, I am assigning 0 comma 1, while a is less than, print a and end. A comma b equal to b comma, I have to add these two to get a next Fibonacci number, a plus b. I am printing it. So this will generate a Fibonacci series. I want you people to copy down this, and one more result that also I will show you. These two you can make it as a one model and keep it in one folder. Then you can use it like import, and you can execute these things. I will show you in the next slide. Just copy down this, you can try, because tomorrow is a Sunday. And if you execute this, snapshots you can share, or the code you can share in the classroom. We'll see how many of you will execute. It takes hardly 2-3 minutes to execute. And a normal function I am using, not a lambda function. Lambda function, just I have to use only one equation. It is a general function I am using. I take a few more seconds, then I will go to the another slide. Seconds I have not put in this slide. Now we will go to the another slide. If you have copied, okay. So there's a fib 2. There also I am taking n only, written the Fibonacci series up to n. There I am printing here directly. I am not storing here, but here I am storing result equal to, I am assigning empty, a comma b equal to 0. The logic is same, but instead of print I am appending here result dot append a. Every time a I am appending, because anyway b will become a, after some time b will become a only, hence only a I am appending, so that I will get a Fibonacci series. Take 1 or 2 minutes, copy down this. After this, if I have a short copy of that, I will share with you. Just I will check it. Hope it's visible to you. I will just minimize, and if I have a file, anyway, I'll first file I will search. A short copy if I have, I will share with you. Somebody was asking how should be the file name. If I have that, then it will be easy for me to tell you people do this. And academics I have yesterday saved. If it is available, I will try. No, I don't have. It's same. I think duplicate another copy I am having. The formatting is not the, I think I have saved in some other file. Anyway, hope all of you have copied a second. It is there in the email ID only. Email I have received. Oh, that email ID is different. Okay. Anyway, I will post in the classroom, and you please go through, and if you feel difficulty in that, you can ask me, you can call. And anyway, rules and regulation will be same for all the subject. And even if you get idea from some teacher, it is more than enough. file name, how to give, how to upload, everything will be there in that. So let me go to the next. The files are to be in the same location where you have installed the Python. Then what I do, the way standards models can be imported, the same way we can import our user defined model also. So import the statement example. So in this case I import this sample I am showing you. When I import the math, I can write a math.py. I will get a py value. Like this, similarly, I can import a user defined models also. But it should be in the same location where the Python is installed. There is only one line which you have to remember. So let us consider fibo is a model. It is there in the same folder where Python is installed. Then what I do, import fibo. In that I have two files. You have taken fib and fib2. One will print, another will generate. So when I say fibo.fib, it will recall that particular program, and 1000 till 1000, whatever the Fibonacci series is there, that will be printed. And second one, fib2 you have taken, it will generate up to the end value 100. It is generating. So please copy down this and write a import fibo. There I have two files which I have copied just now. One is a fib and there is a fib2. These two files are there in this particular fibo. Simply I am importing a fibo so that I can execute fibo.fib. I can call with a sum, whatever the parameter I want, count I want, n value. Even you can use this also with the count value. You can note down this line, these two lines, so that simply you can use a print statement and you can execute, or even in the command prompt only you can execute and check it after importing. So this is if you intended to use the function often, you can assign it to a local name. This we have done in our programming. Instead of writing every time fibo.fib, simply you can write fib equal to assign it. Simply in your program write down fib of 500. It will generate, it will print numbers, Fibonacci numbers till this nth value, n value. This you have done in your programming already. Instead of writing after importing, we are assigning, so that this typing this much I can save. Simply I can write a fib, which will be very easy to remember also. We are writing import as. Many programming we have done it. Whenever you go to the simulator, online simulator also, you find that import as. So that whatever you are writing as, that we directly use in our program, so that it will be easy and remember to type also. It will take less time. So I think the same thing is given, import fibo as fib. So instead of fibo, or if it is very big, you can make a small and you can write like this also. These are the two methods how you can execute. I'll wait for another few seconds, then I'll pause, then we'll have a discussion. If you have any other still queries about the related to the eyes. If I have the file, I'll share. Okay. Using from, you can import, this is the way, from fibo, import fib as Fibonacci. When you say as, you make use of that. As something you are writing, you make use of that, directly give the n value, then it will print up to this n value. This is another way how you can do it. And even built-in models or whatever is there available in the Python, those also we follow the same procedure. Even user defined is also there, we follow the same procedure, but condition is that it should be in the same location where you have installed the Python. Even all of you know the function when you are executing in your C language, it should be in the same project or in the same folder. If it is some other folder, it will not be taking and it will show you the error. That concept is same here also, so that you can use if it is there in the same folder where you have installed the Python. Okay, the random function is there. I think time is almost over. Random function we'll discuss in the next class. And now I will stop sharing this. If information is there, that I will share with you people. And till that, if you have any doubts, you can ask me.